All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for episode 143, we're talking Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves was directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, with a screenplay by Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, and Michael Giglio. The story is by Chris McKay and Michael Giglio, based on Dungeons & Dragons by Hasbro. Cinematography was Barry Peterson, edited by Dan Lebenthal. Oh my god, I don't know why that's so hard to read. I think I'm having a stroke. Music by Lorne Balfe. Production companies were Paramount Pictures and Entertainment One. Distributed by Paramount Pictures in the United States and Entertainment One in Canada and the United Kingdom. And a release date of March 10th, 2023 at South by Southwest and March 31st, 2023 in the wider United States. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves has a runtime of 134 minutes and a budget of $150 million, which as of 4/2/2023, it has brought in a worldwide box office of $71.5 million, so it is on track, I think, to make money, because this is opening weekend. Honor Among Thieves holds a 90% on the tomato meter with 218 reviews and a 93% audience score with 1,000 plus verified ratings, a Metacritic score of 72 and a user score of 7.8, and a Reddit U-Poll score of 8.21 for the mean. But the only people whose opinion matters are ours, and you're about to get 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now. Go ahead, kick it off, Eric.
This movie went way too hard for no goddamn reason, man.
Truly,
I
no
had so much
goddamn
fun.
reason.
Like, the whole time the theater was just laughing, cackling, Chris Pine doing Chris Pine stuff.
Can we agree he's the second best Chris?
Who's the first?
What'd you
Okay,
just
yeah,
say
Evans.
to me?
Evans, yeah.
What'd you just say to me?
Who's the first?
It's gotta be Chris Evans, hands down. That man is the only Chris. Everybody else is just a fake knockoff, you know?
Look, I'm glad I saw this movie, and he's a force to be reckoned with. Because after seeing him in
Chris
Bye
Pine,
Bye
you mean?
Darling,
Okay.
yeah, Chris Pine. After seeing him
that?
Bye Bye Darling or whatever that movie was called.
Oh no,
like,
it's
all right.
Don't Worry, Darling, dude. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell's a Bye Bye Darling?
I was like, okay.
Is he not good in Don't Worry, Darling?
It was just average.
Okay, so it's director thing then. That's the problem. Because
In this one, he's not average.
Do you know who John Francis Daly is?
No.
He's a huge nerd. He was on Freaks and Geeks. He's one of the geeks. And you know, they were, as the name suggests, fucking nerds. And I'm pretty sure he's like a huge Dungeons and Dragons person. And holy shit, it shows. This is the nerdiest movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
But I feel like it's not even like that nerdy, you know? It's like
I
just
think it
nerdy
depends.
enough.
Yeah. You know, it's not bogging you down with like any of the rules or anything like that. Like you're so in the world, and like I think it helps too. I mean, I've never really played Dungeons and Dragons, but it helps.
Yeah, me neither.
That the IP was free for a long time, so I recognize some of the names or some of the monsters and characters and stuff like that because they exist in other media. And it's like, oh, holy shit, I know what a gelatinous cube is. I've seen that before. I know what it does. Or even when they like name drop Baldur's Gate, I was like, I know people who play that game. They've been in that world. Which is super cool.
That was the Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, dude, that's what Baldur's Gate is based on Dungeons and Dragons.
I never knew that, man. I
oh,
thought I was
really?
like I thought it was just like a place, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't know that was like where the game stemmed from.
Yeah. And it was
wow.
because Hasbro was so loose with their licensing that people could just make shit like that. And like, you know, you've been secretly in the Dungeons and Dragons world this whole time, you didn't even know. You're hacking, slashing, and looting, and you're like, I didn't even know. Meanwhile, this other group of people are also doing the same thing. But yeah, this whole movie is just great. All of it's really good. The acting is, dude. Let me just say, you saw this movie 2 weeks before me.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez is a goddamn gem. She is so
Bro,
good.
She has no right.
Man, she's got no right. She goes from I'd argue she's just so mishandled in almost every other movie I've ever seen her in that this
in the
movie.
Fast and Furious movies,
Well,
terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Absolutely, everybody's terrible in those movies, though. You watch those movies because they're a train wreck. But like in this, she's super believable as the character, totally understandable. You can tell her intelligence stat is low as shit, like at the bottom of the barrel. It's really cool seeing these people, and like I didn't lose any of the actors in the character or whatever, but you could tell that they were in it. They were like, dude, I'm going all in because this is just silly as shit, and I'm gonna keep being silly the whole time.
I thought even her action sequences were pretty good too.
Oh yeah, she's always been like an action movie star though. She's never been like a drama person.
I'm trying to see what I've actually seen of hers that isn't Fast and the Furious.
I've seen Girl Fight or something like that, I think it's called.
Who was she in Alita Battle Angel? Oh, she's uncredited cameo.
I have no idea. Chris Pine, though, is charming as shit in this movie.
He's a little too charming, man.
But he's a bard. He's charismatic.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Which is so cool because, like, all of those minute details that you don't think about unless you know something about the game, it's like, well, yeah, of course he's going to be charming. He's a bard. He's got to be charming to make all of his shit work. It's like, oh, man, they're so big brain. I love it. It's just really good, dude. I love it.
I can't find that movie you're talking about, by the way.
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Girl something?
I'll find it.
And then I even liked the side characters were good.
Which one in particular? Because I have some things to say that might have to wait until spoilers.
Oh boy, let me see what his name was.
Regé Jean Page.
Is that the knight?
Bro, how you gonna say I can't find the movie you're talking about? I look at Michelle Rodriguez's page for 1 second, bro, and it's her first acting credit, Eric.
Oh, I didn't even go up that far up.
It literally is.
I thought it was like 2000s, man. Come on.
It is.
I guess it is.
It's literally 2000s.
Late 2000s.
She's been either way. Tens. She's been playing action characters her whole career, basically. So it's nice to see her in a role where she's super warm and loving and motherly, and also could crush your skull with her fist. Because I feel like she doesn't get to do that often, No,
I was talking about Justin Smith as Simone Omar, the half-elf wild magic sorcerer.
So Justice Smith was the main character from Detective Pikachu. And then you also would have seen him during our Mom and Dad Plays series where we were playing The Quarry because he's Ryan, the stick in the mud.
No, I was like, how do I know this guy, man?
That's how you know that guy.
I was like, his face looks familiar, but I can't nail who that is.
Yeah, so it's him, but of course the face scan technology is all weird. But like playing that game and then going to see this movie, it's night and day. It's like, bro, the people directing that video game had no idea how to use this man because he's funny as shit. I like him a lot in this movie. He's super funny. You can tell that, like, he plays up the anxious, worried character really well, and it's not overbearing and annoying. I liked him a lot.
Him trying to go after the tiefling druid the whole time?
That is the girl from It. She's the... Yes, it is. Go look it up.
Oh, yeah. One of her pictures has a little red balloon in the back.
Instantly, yeah. Yeah, she is... that's her. And then Hugh Grant
Beverly Marsh
as the con man. Hugh Grant's a charming motherfucker too, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he mad charming.
I believed him the whole time, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, right up until the bitter end, I was like, he's a good man. No, don't take it away from him.
Don't sully his name.
Yeah, how dare you? All right, 2 minutes left. What more do we got to say? Writing was good. Comedy was good. The drama parts were good. I fell for Chris Pine.
I thought the CGI was good too.
Bro, that owl bear looked so good because I was worried. You see it in the trailers and you're like, oh, it's either going to be as good as that or it might be worse. It was
Nah,
so
dude, it wasn't
good.
no Dune, dude. It wasn't no Dune.
It definitely wasn't no in Dune and then face down. No, I think especially her transformations all looked really good because there was like a ton of motion there too, and it could have been real fucking bad. It could have looked real ugly, and they did a great job.
The baddies were good. The baddies were bad.
The Thanes or whatever they're called, the red.
Yeah, they were scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Bro, this movie.
There was a jump scare. I was like, oh.
There's some serious horror elements in this movie, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm kind of in a scary Dungeons and Dragons movie. Give me some of that. I'll take it. We'll talk about it more in spoilers.
But I think they pulled it off, man. They took the Dungeons and Dragons IP or whatever, and they're like, all right, let's make a movie. And they fucking did it
super well. It seems like they took the source material seriously, but not too serious. We're able to kind of, bring some levity to it. And we're going to talk about some more stuff in like 48 seconds in the spoiler section. But before then, let's give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how we feel about Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves in 3, 2, 1. I'll give it 2 thumbs up also. I think it's pretty 2 thumbs up,
man. 2 thumbs up.
Super fun. Go see this shit in IMAX. It's beautiful in IMAX.
Yeah.
The colors and the sound all pop. We're going to talk about a different movie in IMAX in an hour.
Funny as hell.
Oh, he's so funny. And his eyes are so blue in IMAX. Oh my God, they're so blue. But what you can do is not be blue because you won't be sad if you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You cast a magic hand spell on the subscribe button, and then you press the notification bell so that you can see all of our reviews, including the spoiler full section by clicking that top button in the top right-hand corner. Other than that, though, go watch some more movies. We love you guys. Bye.
See you.